What up, friends? Let me just adjust this. This is the beginning of my new studio. Um, this we will do things with. Got a desk over here. Gonna jazz this all up tomorrow, but I wanted to come up at least once after that super awesome show tonight, Nick Diaz Army. It's going to be really fun. It's cool to be able to have your own studio and kind of fix the lighting and do all this kind of stuff. Let's spend a few minutes and talk about what we saw tonight, what we learned, why we dug it so much, what was so killer about it. Um, Nate Diaz first. Probably should talk about Nate Diaz. So I think something that I always love about fighting, love about watching martial arts, love about studying martial arts and seeing what we can learn from these people is it's really about growth, right? And when we're looking at fighters and time goes by, I remember once I was doing a breakdown years ago of Tyron Woodley, and he was fighting someone good. I can't remember who it was, but I tried to make this heavy point that it was like the dude hasn't fought in 2.5 years. We could say he likes to throw an overhand right and he likes to use it. Hey, thank you very much, guys. I'll try to take some questions, do some chatting with thoughts and ideas and other people's perspectives as much as I can. To best card ever. I don't know. It was pretty great. But I remember looking at it and saying it's vitally important to understand that time, with time, we all change. Because with time, we use that time, deploy effort. With effort, we change. So when we would look at Nate Diaz going into a fight, 3 years or no 3 years, you have this conversation with people and they'll be like, oh, Diaz is really susceptible to leg kicks. What, 3 years ago? Come on, think about it. If this is something that just bleed 420 on Twitter can say, oh, I don't know, man, who's never maybe trained or anything. I don't know, man. Nate Diaz is real susceptible to leg kicks. Fucking, what does Nate Diaz think? Does he just think about it? I'm not trying to be combative about it. I'm trying to encourage you to think about it. It's like if you're Nate Diaz, you just go, yeah, I guess I am. That sucks. No, you fucking change. You grow. This is what martial arts is. This is what we're learning. This is what we see. This is what this is everything. This is everything. And you might, someone might try to counter that or say that that's not so. But Nate Diaz is let's just use jujitsu, but we can use anything. Nothing better than the fighters fight their best fight. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I love Anthony Pettis. Love him, admire him, learn a lot from him. Love watching him fight. Love him as a dude from my experience with him. There's like something on my screen. I'm looking at it. I hope my screen's not damaged, but I think it might be. Need to get a new thing. Um, but I love that guy. In these fights, one wins and one loses, and that is a painful reality of martial combat. But as you look at it, so you're Nate Diaz, and you're like, people, say I'm susceptible. I judge myself. It's something I have to change. Well, you got 3 years in the gym. Of course, you're going to change that. And if to try to wrap your head around that simple idea is Nate Diaz is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. We can use kickboxing or boxing or whatever. Um, Thank you, guys. But if we use jiu-jitsu as a simple example, he's a black belt. Once upon a time, he was a white belt. You know how he got to black belt? He worked and he grew and he changed and he learned. Simple, right? That's what we all do. Once we didn't know how to spell, later we knew how to spell. Once we didn't know grammar, later we know grammar. Nobody loses in a fight like that. We're all winners. I like the sentiment, but the truth is, one guy does lose. Pettis should be proud of that fight. I know when you saw Pettis talking to Diaz, he was saying, dude, it was really an honor to fucking fight you. You know that he was. And you could see there was some amount of joy in that. Like, you fought one of the best fucking fighters in the world in an arena, sold out arena in Calgary, in Anaheim, California. Like, that's an incredible thing. It's an incredible thing. Have you seen Pettis's ankle after the fight? Just those that Nate can check a hell of a kick. Okay. See, there we go. Only, 3 days ago, people have been like, Nate Diaz takes a lot of leg kicks. Nate Diaz knew that too, so he worked on that. And that was one of the most important moments of the thing. From watching your content, I can see a good person How do you do it? Hey, thanks. Thanks. You just it's the same thing. We're trying to learn all the time. We're trying to get better. Trying to get better at checking kicks. Trying to get better at empathy. We're trying to get better at mindfulness. We're trying to get better at controlling our emotions. This is what life is. This is why we watch these fights. What did we like the most about the Nate Diaz Anthony Pettis fight? It was exciting. It was fun. It was pressure. It was stressful. All those things. But we saw somebody learn. We saw somebody evolve and grow. And when we see that, it tells us. It reminds us that of course we can do that. I won't be able to stay here long. I've got an old dog. He's old and I can hear him whining. He needs my help. So to me, once upon a time, one of his biggest vulnerabilities was he got kicked in the leg. And today, he turned that into one of his powerful things. I know people want to kick my legs. So why don't I turn that into not only improve that, but actually use it as a weapon? That's what he did. This is what we all do. Pluto, my dog is whining. I don't know if you can hear him, but it's painful to hear your old dog whine. So, I'm gonna have to head out. But before we do that, Stipe, same thing, but we watched him learn in real time. So Diaz, how are we going to wrap this up? I'm only going to be able to spend 10 minutes here today, but I will do a full analysis tomorrow with Mark. I will do a full analysis, brand new studio. We're going to get it all set up, shoot something over here. This is the new desk. Maybe we'll even get this involved. I don't know yet. Um, but we saw Stipe learn in real time. So Dan is fighting up here. So if you are a Stipe and I'm Dan, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of this. He's grabbing and he's hitting over top. And Stipe hit me up on Facebook, Robin. Sorry. There's a lot of questions over here. I will try to answer some of them in a bit. But so this is happening. What happens is it engages your hands. You start playing back. It's like when you watch a snake, or a praying mantis. This is human nature. This is animal nature, and we're animals. Dan starts doing this, and you do it back. Then he hits you. What you would like to do, if you can, as Dan is engaging your hands, is move them out and throw punches from other angles, from underneath, moving your head. But what you do instead often, if you're less familiar with it than he is, you play back and your chin stays still and you start patty caking. It's fascinating. Go and watch it again. And you've seen it many other times. Diaz used to do it, Southpaw versus Orthodox and stuff. You start playing back. We have something called mirror neurons in us, and it's something we do. It's something we've always done. Now, why is this good? Why is this genetically good? Because when we watched our ancestors take a stick and put it down an ant hole and eat ants, we could watch and go, hey, we can do that too. And we learn, but it can be used against you. Cormier used it against them and would hit him. But what else is happening? Our hands are up high. I'm Dan. You're Cormier. You're Stipe. My hands are high. So what's available? Right here. Right here. Stipe starts digging, sees that it works, learns in real time. So instead of having to answer back and engage and with his head stuck here, mirror neurons firing, trying to like sort it out, playing patty cake with him. Eventually in round 4, he learned. And then he started doing it again, and then it was available. And Dan, getting tired, sticking with his thing, wasn't learning as quickly. So what did we see? I'm gonna have to sign off. I'm sorry. The old dog needs his papa. But so Diaz was about long-term learning. Over 3 years, he changed and evolved. Stipe Miocic was about instantaneous learning in real time, learning and adapting in real time. Fucking beautiful, right? Beautiful. This is what fighting is. Of course, it's exciting. Sometimes it's inspiring. Sometimes it's nerve wracking. But often, what you can do is see human beings at their very best. At their very, very best. That's what we saw tonight. And of course, hey, and tomorrow, I promise. So tomorrow, if depending when you're watching this, Sunday afternoon, I will shoot a much more concise and full thing. So tonight I worked at TSN, which is I do Sports Center in Canada, and I'm just there, and I came home, and I just really wanted to share some stuff, and I'm stoked about my new studio, so I wanted to share some stuff with you guys. Thank you guys for spending some time with me, and but I watch fighting to learn about human beings and learn about myself, and learn about what we're capable of, and learn about how we change and grow. And we saw a lot of that tonight. It was fucking cool. But we will talk about Costa and Yoel Romero tomorrow as well. Again, inspiring stuff, inspiring human beings doing incredible things. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm watching it. That's why I'm obsessed with it. That's why I get up every day and I break down fights, multiple ones a day, and I make my breakdowns. Instagram at Robin Black MMA. No, sorry, Instagram at Robin Black Martial Arts. Those motherfuckers took down my at Robin Black MMA Instagram. I didn't panic though. I didn't freak out. I tried to stay calm and adapt. And now, 75% of the people are back. We're still looking for a few tens of thousands that we're watching all the time, but we'll find them. And if you are one of them, follow at Robin Black Martial Arts on Instagram, at Robin Black MMA on Twitter. You can see my 1 minute breakdowns there, very concise, bite size analysis. But YouTube, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that button to get updates and get signals, because we're going to do this a lot more now that I've built the new studio and it's going to be coming together. It's going to be real cool. Thank you guys for supporting me. If you want to help more, I have Bink shirts at shoprobinblack.com. But more concise, detailed analysis tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me late at night. It's an honor to be hanging with you. Until next time, enjoy the hostilities, my friends. Black out.